Remember, everyone, we've got tons going on this summer, but none. I mean, if you talk about tons, we got NHL playoffs, NFL or NBA playoffs, we got WNBA going on, but the most important thing, your training has started. 3 days in, I guess. How's it been going so far?
It's one of my favorite times of the year. Yeah, you nailed it. Actually, today we just finished our third training session. We get 4 hours a week of basketball, 4 hours a week of strength and conditioning. So week one, obviously summer school started last week. And so that first week, we just do onboarding, let our kids get situated. And then week two of summer school is when we start. And now we get 8 weeks of summer training. So it's one of my favorite times of the year. All the newcomers are here. Well, I shouldn't say, we have some kids overseas doing international stuff. But it's been a great start, and love this group.
Before we get into kind of the new team and the last segment here, the WNBA draft, you got 3 players this year, Olivia, Marta, and Taylor. You had 2 last year, 5 in the last 2 years. What was that night like? You must have been just loving that.
I mean, Jay, how incredible is that to say we've had 5 WNBA draft picks in the last 2 years? It's held in New York. It's an incredible environment. And so, first of all, Olivia, all 3 of them, but Olivia going number 2 in the draft. I think she's starting to prove maybe she should have gone 1. She is off to a fantastic start. But for those kids, for Marta and Taylor, that's everybody's childhood dream, is to hear your name called on draft night. And there's only 15 teams, there's 45 spots, and that's for the world. Right? They're picking the top 45 players in the world. And so our program has come so far, and to have 3 kids drafted that night, it was really special and really fun to be a part of.
And then Olivia Miles, her rookie season already. I mean, her numbers are even better than they were here. How can that be?
Well, I used to say it for the people that were listening, that I thought Olivia might be a better pro than college player. And that's because her vision, her passing ability, it's even exaggerated. The better players that are on the court surrounding you, and in the WNBA, you're playing with the best of the best. And Olivia's true gifting is her vision and the ability to create and pass and see the court. And now she's throwing it to some of the best players in the world. And so the W is having a hard time figuring out the riddle of Olivia Miles, because if you help, she's kicking it out. If you don't help, she has the ability to get to the rim. And she's not having a good rookie season. I mean, she's in contention for a WNBA All-Star. And there's starting to be talk of, like, is she an MVP candidate? Which is fascinating, because right now Minnesota is the number 1 team in the league. Best record. Mm-hmm. They're missing their best player. And Olivia's rolling. So how fun is it to watch?
Well, 32-6, back-to-back regular season titles, Elite Eights, back-to-back. In the last 2 seasons, you were 1 win away from going to the Final Four. Just a quick takeaway from just last year, now that it's kind of, you're into next year, I get that, but just a quick takeaway.
Man, it was another magical ride. The unique part of how we've built this, it's really been rebuilding a brand new team from scratch each year. And so that first Elite Eight team compared to the second Elite Eight was literally a complete rebuild. We were old and veteran, but that was a group that came together. They figured out how to play off of each other. They had a will to win. They were hard to kill. And that was a great battle with South Carolina in that Elite Eight game. And there was about a 2-3 minute stretch to start the fourth quarter. That was a separation in that game. And so the more times you get to be in those environments, those games, the margin for error is tiny. But our program's learning. I'm learning. We got a great nucleus back. But it's been 2 historic, the 2 best seasons in the history of TCU basketball over the last 24 months. And so I'll tell you what, it's addicting, though. You just want to get back and do it again. And so we're hungry. Staff is excited and team's excited.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that new team. We got one of your new players coming up here after the break here, Lara Somfai. Is that how you say her name?
That's pretty close.
I better get it right.
Let's double check with her, but I've been going Lara Somfai.
Somfai. Okay, that's great. Well, we're going to catch up with her after this break.
So rainwater, why is it the best? Well, It comes from heaven, the sky. It literally never touches the ground. We catch it before it hits the ground. And as soon as rainwater hits the ground, it becomes groundwater. That's what all the other water is that you buy at the store or is coming out of your tap at your house. It's groundwater. And the moment water is in the ground, it starts to absorb everything, good and bad, salts, minerals, chemicals. Rainwater avoids all that. So we tank it before it touches the ground. Cleaning it is just a breeze because it has no sediment or no impurities in it. It is absolutely the cleanest, purest water you can drink. The most naturally sweet, sustainable source of pure water, fresh water on Earth.
Welcome back into another episode of State of the Frogs with Mark Campbell Summer Edition. And we have a special guest here, new to Fort Worth, not new to basketball, but new to Fort Worth, Lara Somfai.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes, good job. That was really
Okay, perfect. So before we talk about all this basketball stuff, we do want to get to know you a little bit. So you were born in Hungary, but then when you were 2, you moved to Australia.
Oh, you did your research.
I did. 2 years old. So you don't really know what Hungary's like. I'm sure you do because you probably have family there. But just talk to us about, I guess, Hungary and Australia, just growing up there.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hungary for me is like always going to be home because I grew up going back to Hungary every single year. I grew up in Australia, just me and my parents. I'm very, very close to my parents. I have a really great relationship with them. But honestly, Australia was an incredible place to grow up. I'm very, very fortunate to have had the situation I did to learn English as my first, like as my second language there, to be able to speak English fluently. But I mean, I always come back to my Hungarian roots, and I'm really fortunate that my entire family growing up was in Hungary. So I think that connection's really, really strong, and obviously that's my first language. Now my parents moved back last year. So it's been amazing. Just going back to one place and having all my family there, it's literally a dream come true. So I'm very, very proud to be Hungarian and Australia as well. So yeah.
Family, siblings?
No, it's just me. I'm an only child.
Wow, and your parents are living where now?
In Hungary. In Hungary.
Okay.
My entire family lives in Hungary. I don't have anyone in Australia.
Okay, so now, fast forward, IMG. So how did that, I mean, we all know IMG is the place to go, especially high school in the United States for student athletes. But what was that? I mean, that's a long way. How did that come into play? Why IMG? Why the States? Just talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, I was at the Centre of Excellence in Australia, it's called the Australian Institute of Sport. It's like an academy in Australia where like the best players for, I think it's between 16-year-olds and 19-year-olds prep for college, like a prep school. And so I went there with the national team. So I was there, which was great because my parents, I knew I always wanted to come to America. Finish high school. So my parents were like, you cannot move to America at 15. You have to go to Canberra where the AIS was. You can test it out. And then if you've lived by yourself for like a few months and you know how to do dishes and stuff like that, then if you still want to go to America after that, then come back and we'll have a chat. So that's what I did. Went there. I was there for about half a year. I loved it. But I came back again, talked to my parents, and I was like, I want to go to IMG because I had that offer since I was about 14. They reached out to me when I was 14. So I had that offer and then came back and I was like, I need to take this opportunity. So yeah.
So how did, even before that, I should have asked this before, but why basketball? How'd you get into it? Other sports? Was it just basketball?
Oh my goodness, a lot of other sports. I obviously am an only child, so my parents were very focused on we need to keep her busy. She cannot use her phone. She can't do TV. Like my parents are amazing, so they were like, she has to be busy all the time. So I did like dance, swimming, gymnastics, literally anything you can think of. I was too tall for most of them, and then obviously I got put in. My mom was like, you should probably do a sport where it's good to be pretty tall. So I did basketball, and then I loved it because I was closer to the hoop than all the other kids, and it was a bit easier for me.
When did you know you were like, yeah, I'm pretty good at this?
Honestly, probably when I started working out with my mom. My parents are not athletes. I don't have anyone in my family that plays sport. So my mom like taught me how to shoot off YouTube. She looked on how to shoot, like the technique, stuff like that. So she started working out with me because I wanted to get better. I'm so competitive, and I was like, why is the ball not going in? And I was like, Mom, help me. So she did everything she could. She taught me how to shoot off YouTube. So that's probably when I started.
YouTube, I love it.
Working out, yeah.
If you want to know how to do anything, go to YouTube, right? I mean, figure
That's what I
it out.
say.
Yeah. So back to IMG. What was that experience like? Because, I mean, was it just 23-hour sports and 1 hour academics? I know that's not true, but
No.
it's a great place.
I loved IMG. I think it definitely has shaped me into the person I am. I don't think I could be as strong as I am without that. I do think it very honestly, I think it was one of the hardest probably 2 years for me, basketball-wise. I loved my team, loved my coaches, but I was so insanely challenged, and I hadn't been challenged to that level, which is exactly why I went there. So I got exactly what I wanted. My team had won the Natty in my senior year. So we were the best team in the country. And for me, that was like so difficult because I had so many things I needed to improve on. I wasn't playing like I should and that type of stuff. And I think like mentally that's tough, but I think I'm so grateful I went there. It definitely built me into who I am. School-wise, it was pretty difficult. Obviously, I did go to Stanford my first year, so I had to get into Stanford. So I think I took 4 or 5 APs my senior year. All my classes were APs. So it was really difficult for me. But I definitely do think you can choose if you want to do it pretty easy or if you're going to do it the difficult way.
So when you came into IMG and now you're playing here in the States, what was the difference? Because I read somewhere you're like, yeah, I mean, there's a difference, obviously.
Huge difference.
What was the difference?
My goodness, I honestly think it was just probably more one-on-one play. I think the players here in America, my first shock, thinking back on how it was for me, I was like, these girls are so physical. Like, I'm so weak. I was like a 16-year-old kid. I was like, I am so weak. I'm a little stick. Like, I need to put on some muscle. I need to use my body. I shied away from contact a lot. I settled for a lot of shots. I didn't want to get to the rim. I was like, these girls are bigger, stronger, jump higher. So it was definitely just like the physicality element of it and like my build. That's what I needed to work on a lot for me in high school.
Well, international wise, Australia, I mean, you played, I think, in 5 or 6 tournaments or events with them, FIBA and gold medal in the Asia Cup. And I read somewhere also that like that Asia Cup and I guess the All-Star 5 that you made. What is it like? What is it like playing for your country, putting on that, I guess, gold and green?
Yeah.
It would be. What is that like?
It's really, really special. I think it shows just like how far you've come and how much you've accomplished and all those kind of hardships you go through to get there. And I think it's like the most special thing for me, for having my parents there. I know I had my parents, the last time they saw me play was in Papua New Guinea when I played with U17s in Australia. And that was like the first time they'd see me play for my national team. So for me, like, I'll never forget that. That was a really, really special moment for me. And I think like just putting on, like playing in FIBA international stage, no matter who it is for, I think just that is like, that I reminisce that moment and just like that, being proud and seeing my parents so proud of me to be there.
And talk about growth. I mean, you get to travel all over the world. I mean, you've obviously been all over the place. What's kind of been your favorite place?
Honestly, Europe. I'm a European girl. I love Europe. It's like that's the culture I grew up in. So Europe. I'm gonna say Hungary. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna say home. Like Hungary is like so refreshing. You go back there, the summer's incredible, the winter's snowing beautiful. Like the people there are lovely. Obviously I speak the language, that's why they're probably lovely to me. But yeah, love it.
Nice. Okay, so moving to more basketball here. 5-star coming out of IMG, number 12 coming out of graduating in 2025, and then just McDonald's All-American, Jordan Brand Classic All-American, Nike Hoops Summit Team World roster. I mean, impressive. And then you mentioned your state championship or national championship game, 10 points, 12 minutes. You were down 17, and you win in overtime. People talk about like senior day but you got to really experience your last high school basketball game. What was that like?
It was pretty tough for me. I'll be really honest, it was a really tough game for me. I think my coach obviously played McDonald's. And so I hadn't like started in those games because I was at McDonald's and I wasn't at practice, which is fine. Like a lot of coaches think that way. But I hadn't started, I hadn't played a lot. I think in some ways it was really difficult for me, like that mentally. And then when I went in the game, I was like, look, I haven't been in a game. I need to do something. So then that's really all I remember. I was just like, let me just get some rebounds and put it back up. And then it helped get the momentum. And then I think that's what helped a lot. It's really my teammates. I was just there for moral support. I was like, yay.
Well, people talk about winning state titles. You won a national title.
Yeah, I'm obviously not American, so I didn't know how much it meant in the moment. But now, like thinking back, I'm like, wow, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And you mentioned McDonald's, All-American. What was that like? I mean, McDonald's All-American game. I mean, just being able to play in that, awesome.
That was insane. I still, like, to this day, don't really, like, comprehend how big it is. No, I'm serious. Like, with all these accomplishments, you really don't comprehend it. But it was huge. I dreamt of that my whole life. I put that on all my vision boards, all my goals, like everything was literally McDonald's Hoop Summit. Hoop Summit was also like a dream of mine. So surreal and incredible to be up there with those players. I never thought I'd ever get to that, really.
That's awesome. So the recruiting process for you ended up at Stanford. And you also mentioned when you were going on all these visits, as I was kind of doing we have a crack research team that kind of looks through all this stuff. It's great. But those visits in your mind made you feel real.
Yeah.
Like going on visits, I remember the best time ever. What was that recruiting process like in going on those visits before you actually made that decision?
I think beforehand, throughout all the recruiting process, I went to UConn, Stanford, and Duke. So beforehand, I was like just talking to all these schools, and I was like, I couldn't comprehend that they wanted me. Like, I'm so serious. I couldn't get it through my head that you actually wanted me. Like, I was like, I'm from nowhere. Like, why do you want me, And then when I went to visit, they were like, give me some dates where you're coming. I was like, you actually want me to come? Like, serious. So then I would go, and then I was like, wow, like, this is so real because like they actually want me here. Like I couldn't get to my brain that people actually wanted me to play basketball for them, if I'm being completely honest. And then I went there and I was like, oh, this is amazing. So yay, okay, perfect. Like it got through my head that it was like pretty real. I was like, wow.
So you end up at Stanford, great year, 32 games, 32 starts, ACC all freshman team. I think against Pitt you had 23 rebounds. I mean, that's crazy. So what was that first year of your college basketball experience? Stanford in the States, California for one thing, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate to have had the year I had. I'm so grateful I went to Stanford and got in the position that I was, like to be able to start or get every game and to be able to play as much as I did. I don't know a lot of freshmen that have that opportunity. And so I'm really, really grateful. I learned an insane amount from simply playing. Like, I think your freshman year is all about learning. And so I'm so grateful I had the opportunity and I loved Stanford. I think it's such an incredible place. The people are amazing. So yeah, I'm just super blessed to have had that opportunity. Yeah. And
now TCU. So you go from, I guess the color would be red, cardinal red, whatever you want to call it, but now purple.
Purple.
It's a great color. So what was that process like now getting here to TCU in Fort Worth?
I absolutely love it here. I love it. It's literally so similar to like where I grew up in Australia. I think it's such a safe place, so clean, so nice. Everything's really close. All my friends and I'm like, come visit me. Like it's so good. Everyone's coming, so I love it. And I love TCU. I love Mark. I love Charlie. I love the coaches. The girls are incredible. I'm so grateful for the team we have. And yeah, I literally have loved it so far. And honestly, in my mind, as soon as I entered the transfer portal, I really was just set on TCU. Like I knew what I wanted. And yeah, I was just very set. It was a no-brainer for me, for sure.
So do they reach out to you? I mean,
I reached out to them, actually. Yeah, it was like, it was mutual, but it was definitely me. I was like, I went in, and before I went into the portal, obviously it's a huge choice. And so I did a lot of research literally I looked at every school. I knew I wanted to either be in like Big 10 or Big 12. And then I looked at their play styles. I wanted pick and roll. That's what I wanted because that's in the pros. Like that's what I wanted. And so I looked at every school, which schools play pick and roll. And then I was like, come on, like it's TCU, like no brainer. And then obviously Mark and Charlie, I'd had that relationship with them a lot before as well throughout my recruiting. So I knew them pretty personally, so no brainer.
So, what stood out with you, with Mark and Chavi and the staff, and what TCU has done in such a short period of time? I mean, you must have looked back at what he's done here and what they have done here. Kind of what stood out to you the most, though? You mentioned pick and roll, but...
Honestly, just the way they love basketball and they love coaching, and you can see in their players throughout every team they've had, whether it be Oregon, Sac State, TCU, like I'm pretty thorough. Like I did all my research. You can tell that they love playing basketball. And I think that's where I want it to be. That was like my final. I was like, oh, I'm set. Like I was like, please, like I was like, I'm reaching out to everyone at TCU. Like I need to be here. So I think it's so important because I think that college is about learning and it's about growing and it's about loving what you do. And you have your whole professional career to have it your job. Like, I think that's what basketball is, and I think you should love it. Like, I think that's the most important part of it. Yeah.
Last couple things here. You're 6'4", awesome.
6'3", I don't know.
6'3", I don't know.
Okay,
6'4", 6'3". I'm 6'6", 6'7". I don't know, but you're tall. And from what I've been watching, you're kind of like a guard stuck in a forward's body. What strengths do you think? What are you going to add to this program that you feel like I'm pretty good at these things?
Oh, that's a really good question. Get me thinking. Oh, I think honestly, I'm gonna say my versatility. I know Marta really brought that last year for the team as well. So I'm hoping I can honestly just like I look up to her a lot and like hopefully just kind of step into her role. But besides that, I think like I don't feel like in my freshman year I got to showcase my versatility a lot or my like passing ability. I think I know just myself, like I think rebounding is a lot about effort. I'm really proud of how I rebound and rebounding elements. But I think passing is so important in basketball and like finding your teammates and the selflessness of the game and stuff like that. And I think I'm really hoping to showcase that a lot more and just put my teammates in great positions and just be kind of tough to guard. I think that's really important. You can't put a big on me, you can't put a small on me. So I think it's pretty tough, yeah.
Well, you've only been going for 3 practices to this point, though. So how have practices been going?
Oh, amazing. So good. I love playing. I'm so grateful. We just get to, like, we've been playing so much. And I think that's how it should be. I mean, it's definitely eye-opening to, you know, what I've obviously, where I've played in the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. I'm like, wow, like, this is how it should be, you know? So I think it's great.
Well, I kind of wanted to end with your first impression of Fort Worth, but you kind of all talked about it. I love what you say about being clean and
So nice.
But how long have you been here?
Oh my goodness. Well,
2 weeks, a month?
2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I came like right on time.
Okay.
With some of the other girls, I wanted as much time with my family as I could, so I came right on time. But it's been amazing. Yeah, my parents love it. My dad came on my visit. I'm convincing my mom to come. I'm texting her every day, so like, please come. So I think she'll love it too.
So is there any go-to places? I know that like, or that you've heard. Have you been down to the rodeo? Have you been down to the stockyards?
Have.
I mean, is there anything?
I have. I'm obviously not a country girl, but I think it was pretty cool. It felt like I was in the movies in the stockyards. Loved it. I am a big coffee person, so I am testing all the coffee spots. Me and Charlie get along really well on that. But honestly, I make the best coffee. Me and my coffee machine, we're pretty tight. So I tested like Common Grounds, obviously Ampersand. I'm gonna go to a coffee place in Dallas today, tomorrow. We'll have a look. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, Lara, really appreciate you joining us and after practice here, but we'll let you get going here. But thanks again. Good luck the rest of the summer 1 session, I guess it is. We got celebrate here, 4th of July. I know that's not, you know, here, but it's 250 years celebration this. So you've come at a really good time here in this country. So thank you again for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yep. So we'll be right back with Stay the Frogs with Mark Campbell. And Mark will talk about this girl here and the rest of the new team. Thank you.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters, our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed, we focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
So we kind of talked about last year's team, but now you got 9 newcomers and then obviously the 3 returners. Am I right on that? Just kind of take us through this new group.
Yeah, it's a great blend of returners, incoming freshmen, and then the portal has been good to the Horned Frogs again. So I love the blend. 7 international players out of our 12. So a huge international flavor. And I don't even know if I can get all the countries right, but I think there's 3 from Australia. And then we got a German. We got a Spanish player. We got Portugal. and we got Belgium. I think did I say all 9? And then we threw in a couple Americans on top of it. Okay, but what a neat, it's the beautiful thing about basketball, it's a global game. Completely global game, and right here at TCU, we're now attracting the best players from all over the world, which was the goal originally, and it's all coming to fruition.
So number 4 in the portal class.
Yeah.
And the not so early poll for next year, number 14. I know that doesn't really matter, but the respect that you guys are getting as you built through this team, it's got to be impressive to you. Just when you see those numbers, I mean, that's got to be great too, right?
I don't, the numbers, a poll, it's great for fans. It's great for the energy of the program. Bottom line, it means there's a lot of respect. The portal class, by pretty much every poll, is a top 5 class in the country. And then be preseason ranked top 15. That's great. That means what they believe we have the talent to have another special season. Now, there's a lot of hard work that goes into making sure the team becomes a team. And that's the journey and the process of every season. And I think we do it as well as anybody, but getting a whole bunch of new pieces and figuring out roles, putting players in their strength and figuring out what system we need to run on both sides of the ball. And I love that part.
And obviously when we talk again, we'll talk a little bit more in detail about the group. You're only going for three days. Yeah. How has that been so far?
Right now, I love it. We're in the summertime, we work really hard. We want to get up 1 million shots. We really do. Game speed, game shots. The last 3 years, we've made more threes than anybody in college basketball during the 3 years we've been here, and that's intentional. We value it. We work on it. Our system, we spread the court, and so in the summertime, we do a lot of shooting. And then our strength and conditioning coach, I think he's the best coach in the country, came from the NBA. He spent 7 years with the Charlotte Hornets. So Adam's doing a fabulous job getting their bodies right. And then we play. We play a lot of small-sided games, a lot of 3-on-3, a lot of 4-on-4, and just try to get a lot of reps. And then the other part, obviously, is just getting these guys together, having meals, having food, seeing the community, spending time together. So I absolutely love the summertime, Jay.
Awesome. Well, Mark, we appreciate it. We'll let you get going here, and then we'll kind of be back with you. But thanks for Lara Somfai for coming in and visiting us. We wish the best for you as the summer rolls on. And that was another episode of State of the Frogs and Mark Campbell, presented by Richard's Rainwater.
Awesome, Jay. Great to see you. Hey, go Frogs.
Thank you.